practicing. It's 105 degrees, and I'm in this room that has a minimal air conditioning because it's an extended room. So I'm sweating my face off right now. But I'm practicing this. I wanted to just mention that I actually spend more time practicing things than I do promoting myself or promoting things or talking about myself. So I was like, what the hell do you do all the time? It's this. It's what I'm working on. This new little tiny spot in a Mozart song commonly known as Mozart in C major. And this. So I'm running over that over and over, and then this. And then this. And then this. Oops. So I'm working on it. So I wanted to just bring you in while I'm in the middle of working on something, not when I have it down. Because everyone always, they say never show your flaws or your weakness. So I'm going to show you my flaws and weakness because never take anyone's advice. So just over and over. So first thing I'm doing is just doing these first 5 to get used to it. I'm not used to doing this configuration with this hand. At least at full speed. So I've been practicing it for a little while, so it's pretty good. Tentative, you know. So I would just repeat that in smaller sections, like not doing the whole all 4 of those parts, but maybe do them in pieces, like the second half. But not even do that, just do this. Because it's so close to this, the only difference is the middle finger's this way on the black key, but this one, the middle finger's this way on the black key. So it's such a small difference that when you're going really fast, your brain goes, which one? You know. See, my brain did it right now. So I would just practice. But this the second half I haven't practiced nearly as much as the first half. So let me start working on the second half, and I'll show you how I would do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now to add that, I would go and stop on the first note. And then I would take this first note out, just to get used to this. And do it slow. Skip, give it a skip. Play with it. And then I do the other one to differentiate between the two. Between an A flat or an A minor first 5 notes and the A major first 5 notes. But it's going to be fast, so I got to be able to distinguish quickly. Now I realize that a lot of piano players learn this when they're like not even a teenager yet, but I was learning eruption when you were doing that, so come on, give me a break. I forgot it already. And I'll show it when it's done. Yeah. Oh, I see. So he couldn't just play that and. No. And all you learned now when he was a kid. No. I actually practice all the freaking time. Like, all the time. I'm not really on social media, so it's actually kind of a drastic change for me to suddenly be on social media talking about what I've done and responding back and stuff like that. Because usually nobody writes me nothing, and so I'm not interrupted. Or my thought's not interrupted. So I'd be sitting here like this. Stop there. Stop on the note you keep messing up on, by the way. That's the trick of it. And that one I keep kind of missing. Kind of missing. Slow it down. Do staccato. Nice middle finger. Think about what finger it is. It's the middle finger. That black key is the middle finger. Say that out loud to yourself, even if no one's in the room. my memory bank so I can differentiate between the two at a fast speed. Do a staccato. Choppy sounding, you know. Just a twitch. And then it's already dead. Your hand's already relaxed. To get your hands used to it, that's the things you gotta do. And you gotta do it for every single part that you learn. If it's something that you didn't, if it's one note different, and both of these things have something one note different about them that are not normally spoken. So, let's try it again. Chop it in half again. And actually, I can sense that it's this hand, because once this one, I was gonna say it has no problem. Now I'm having a problem. Yeah. My hand hates that. To go right to the pinky from a black key like that, and then to your forefinger. 5/4, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know. And then go to a black key right there. My hand wants to go down like a C major, like an A major scale. So it's trained to do that. So I gotta train to do that, and then out of order slightly. And this is how I would do it. Dripping sweat right now. I'm about ready to exercise, but I'm waking my brain up. So if you're wondering how I'm just too sluggish to exercise, well, it's your brain really. So this wakes up my brain, and then all of a sudden I'm ready to go because I was sluggish, especially in this heat. But you can't be mad at yourself. When I was a little kid, I'd be all mad at myself for messing up. How come I'm not getting it so fast? What am I? Something's wrong with me or something? No. It's the human brain. It takes a long time to train especially for your fingers to be dead on accurate with that, and have it be second nature. You want to be second nature, like saying your own name. Well, then you're gonna have to say it as many times as your own name. It's just the way it is, you know. Yeah. And you don't say your own name that often, so. You can then do it with the most possible relaxed hand. The minimal amount of energy, the smallest. If I was going real fast, it'd be tiny. I'm trying to get my hand to memorize this shape. And a lot of times it's not even playing, just going like this. Here's a shape. Here's the 5 notes. It's shaped like this. Tell me in my brain, memorize this hand shape like a blind person, like Stevie Wonder. That's why they play piano so naturally, because they don't have the benefit of eyes as a crutch. So take your crutch away, because if you can't do it with your eyes closed, you don't really even know it. Although you gotta use your eyes for a big jump, but other than that. So I should be able to, without looking, I don't trust myself. I'll do it in front of you right now. I'm gonna stop there. So see how I made it simpler? Instead of getting frustrated, I made it so where I'm not frustrated. So I got the 5 down. trying to do is I'm trying to express to you who I am on these videos, and so telling the stories is all fine and dandy about like someone. I have to name people that you may have heard of, but who I actually am is somebody who likes to learn things and practice them. Learn things that you have to actually physically practice. It's not like learn something like philosophy, like I read it, so therefore I know. No. You read your piano book, and you could read the notes. Okay, it's a G, G, A, B flat, C, D, D sharp, G flat, G, and you could read it, but now you got to translate it to your hands. So I've memorized it, and now I'm translating to my hands. So at first it was this, reading it, and then I memorized it. I'm just trying to get used to it at that speed. Play too fast. Try to relax my shoulder, because the speed's making me nervous. Meaning I'm not comfortable, used to it yet. And you can't relax your shoulder. You can't just say, relax shoulder. No. You actually have to keep repeating that, and your shoulder will incrementally relax. Incrementally, Or just slow down. They never relax. But at that speed. And also take a note away. So I took 2 away. If this hand gets tired, you switch to the other hand. See, I have like the most relaxed hand, because this hand's used to this. So I have this to tell this hand, remember, this hand feels like this, so this hand needs to be repeated enough, not that you can just do it, until it feels like that too. Oh, you can't see me anymore. There it is. Relax hand. Get used to that shape. Can't be, too clumpy. It has to be in time. It can't be or unsteady. Or something like that. It has to be bum. Evenly apart. Bet you've never seen anybody practice Mozart in camouflage shorts before. It's good to not make sense. Comparing the relaxation of the 2 hands. I should be able to just toss my hand up there. So now I'm practicing tossing my hand up there. Went to the wrong note. So I'm going to drill that note I messed up on. Because clearly, I didn't repeat this enough for real. So once I get here, then I can go like this. Put my fingers here. And this is a natural distance. It feels natural. I'm used to this distance to an extent. Sometimes I relax his hand so much it doesn't make a note. And then there's the other part, second half. There we are. But see, I was like, the black key's this way, so therefore it throws me off. So let's go over that, but only the first 5 notes to get my middle finger used to angling this way. So, see how it's like not quite clean? So I'm gonna slow it down, play with this, and get my middle finger used to angling this way. And then think about it like this as a clump. A tetrachord, they call it, when you play them all at the same time. Tetrachord. Anyways, this is what I do with my spare time. If you ask my wife, like, what does he usually do? He's on that piano. He's on that, messing around on these drums. He's messing around something, you know. Singing all the time because I'm warming. He's singing all the time. He's warming up his voice and trying to get it ready to do a recording, so he won't stop singing every freaking second. Trying to piece it together, and then you gotta have. That's where it's called. That's why it's called a discipline, if you ask me. It's because you have the discipline not to play the whole thing over and over and over and over, and you keep on hitting the weak spot, which is right here. This thing I told you I dislike. My hands dislike doing this order. They always, everyone's hands do. Going to a 5, 3, 5, 4. But the fact that it's 5, 4 on the white keys but black, it just feels weird. Pinky feels small and precarious. But you gotta be delicate with it. Slow it down. You'll get deeper if you do it slower. And I'm trying to put in my memory bank once and for all. I would go like this. It's there. That's the one I keep missing the most. So I'm putting. I overshot it. It needs to feel right there on my index. Sort of meditation, that little thing that I was doing right now, repeating it over, it calms your brain, and it awakens your brain though too. Musical meditation, they call it. Oh, yeah. Now earlier I did one where I was showing a lesson I was doing the same thing about 6 months ago. I was working on the beginning part of this song, and I have it more or less down. I'll play that for you right now, because I just don't think anyone's watching the end of this video. Oops. that stutter in there on the new part that I'm working on. You can see the tension and the hesitation and the uncertainty. Well, you just take it in little pieces like I was doing and do that for a long time. You know, a fairly long time. You know, people say, oh, you don't have to do it that long if you really are thinking about how your hand feels. Because really it's about making your hand feel comfortable. So if you don't do that and mindlessly just kind of repeat these notes, put your hands in awkward positions like that, you know, or using too much energy, you know, when it could have just been. It should look more like that and feel like nothing, like a cascading fingers. And I don't have it down like that yet on this hand, on this particular part. Although it's alright right now, but then I put it in context and hear all those 10,000 notes and all of a sudden, boom, there it is. And play it with perfection. Well, you're going to have to practice it from the moment right before, not the whole song, stuff like this. I'm sorry. And then just this part. Let your fingers fall. I'm going to try to lift the other fingers up while they're falling. That way it doesn't have a tetrachord sound, you know, or too finger legatoed. Oh yeah. So I'm taking it a little farther back. See, and it's throwing my brain off. But you get used to it. It's not all the way from the beginning. See? But then you do it from there for a while and get used to it. See, I feel this needs to happen more. And coming from a direction. So where was I at? I was right here. So my pinky's on D, thumb's on C. So pinky's on D, okay. So coming from here. That's what you also got to practice. That's like the key thing from wherever, don't just practice from the next part, but from the previous one note before where your hands were. Because I was, you know, going like this, like on this part here, I was going up. Sorry. Right, that's where I was, and then go. Right, and then I go from D to G. So I'm just memorizing it's 5 to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So just a fifth. I'm moving this pinky a fifth. I'm just taking that in. Fifth. And now I'm not even doing I'm just trying to get good at starting, remembering quickly. Slower. Your practices shouldn't sound messy like that, by the way. If they do, then as a teacher, because I do teach, slow it down. So by the way, you can play it perfectly at that speed. And then of course you slow it down once and your brain goes, oh, I see what it is. But it's little things like that are like the things though. Like what is practice? That's what practice is. So. I actually have to practice that one more. So I'm used to going with a different finger. And then it switches to middle finger. And then also to a black key. I didn't really actually practice that much, but My hands seem to be doing it fairly hard, but this part was, my hands are refusing. That the part I just played. Well, anyways, and that's me practicing. I wanted to show you guys that this is what I'm actually doing because I feel like people are misunderstanding who I am. Okay, there you go.